Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome to chemistry class. In this class we will discuss about class 11th chemistry first chapter, that is some basic concept of chemistry. Okay, so in this chapter we will discuss about some basic concept of the chemistry. Symbiotically, chemistry may be defined as the science of races and colors, and it color colors are life with the discovery of different hidden colors of nature and all races necessary for making our life happier. So chemistry, what is the definition of chemistry? Chemistry deals with the study of the materials, their preparation, their properties, their accurate super microscopic structure, their mutual interactions, and their uses in all possible walk of life is called chemistry. Okay, now a brief history of importance of chemistry. So in India, the study of chemistry is as old as Vedas are. Okay, our ancient rishis and munis made significant contribution to chemistry. The ancient Vedic literature consists of valuable informations regarding the rasa, rasa, ras tantra, metals, metallurgy, combustion of metals, and many more things which may be proof of immense importance of our modern practicing chemists. Okay, in Vedic literature, the universe is supposed to be composed of Panchbhut, the five basic tattva elements: Prithvi, the earth; Jala, the water; Vayu, the air; Agni, the fire; and Akash, the sky. In Yajurveda, at one place of the metals like iron, gold, copper, lead, tin have been mentioned along with stones, clay, and sand. The present form of chemistry that we study today has emerged mainly from the work of Western chemists. Perhaps the first meaningful approach of chemist was made by the alchemist during the period of 350 to 1500 AD. So ancient alchemists were interested in discovering the things of nectar, a hypothetical syrup which would make man young and immortal, and a philosopher's stone, a stone which could have convert metals into gold. Alchemists were practically made for the acquiring these two things. Unlikely they could not be get either of these two things, but their efforts made a valuable contribution to chemistry. Okay, so they devised various type of the apparatus and discovered many processes such as extraction of gold by amalgam process and preparation of casting alkalis. We own a lot of these alchemists for their contribution to chemistry. Okay, the period of 1500 to 1600 AD in chemistry is termed as the electrochemistry period, and during this period a substantial study of gases was made. Robert Boyle is an important chemist of this period who extensively studies the behavior of gases and gave an important law known as Boyle's law. During this period, some chemical compounds of medicinal value were also discovered. Okay, Ernst Stahl in 1662 1734 proposed the conversional theory known as the phlogiston theory. And this theory survived for about 100 years, and the period of its survival in chemistry known as the phlogiston periods. Okay, so now the period from the end of the 18th century is called as modern period. In 1774, Joseph Priestley discovered the oxygen, and Lavoisier, who is regarded as the father of modern chemistry, confirms the discovery made by Priestley and showed that oxygen is essential for the combustion. Okay, this explanation of combustion gave end-to-end phlogiston theory and to the phlogiston period. In the beginning of the 19th century, law of chemical combinations were formulated. In 1803, John Dalton proposed atomic theory. In 1869, Mendeleev, a Russian scientist, made a significant contribution to chemistry by introducing periodic law and by arranging the element in the form of periodic table. Okay, now in 1883 Faraday studied the passage of current through the solution, and in 1881 Arrhenius proposed the theory of ionization. So in this way, one by one, we are moved to the field of chemistry. One by one, discoveries were happened and new things were obtained. Okay, the direction of research in chemistry took a new turn when J.J. Thomson in 1896 succeeded in passing the electric discharge through a gases at very low pressure and discovered the electrons. So almost at the same time, Goldstein discovers the proton, and in 1932 Sir James Chadwick discovered the neutron. Okay, so continuously we will go to the discovery of electron, proton and neutron, which are the basic constituent particles of the matter. With the advent of these fundamental particles, the atom was no longer indivisible as proposed by the John Dalton. These researches have a new dimensions to chemistry with the advent of atomic number by Henry Moseley in 1930. A new concept work conceived by the Mendeleev's periodic table was received. The pioneer work of Rutherford, Curie, etc. opened new visits in the field of nuclear chemistry. Okay, so the 20th century may be said to be the golden period of chemistry, 20th century, because during the last 5 decades our knowledge of chemistry has increased manifold. Non-stop research work in chemistry is going on in most all of the part of the world, and highly sophisticated both manual as well as automatic instruments of very high precision have been devised and are being used to gather more and more information from the nature. So these are some scientists and their contribution towards the chemistry field of chemistry, and their research work, and how the atomic subparticles, fundamental particles, that is electron, proton and neutrons, are discovered. Okay, now come to the branches of chemistry. So first branch is inorganic chemistry. So the branch of chemistry studies all the elements and their compound except those of organic nature are called inorganic chemistry. Thus all metals, non-metals and metalloids, their extraction, their properties, compounds of these elements, their preparation, their properties are studied in this branch. So in inorganic chemistry, except organic nature of compound, we will study all type of the compound. Now come to the organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is called as organic compound has carbon as an unique element which has a unique property of forming exceptionally a very large number of compounds, and these compounds are aliphatic hydrocarbons and their derivatives, benzene and its derivatives, carbohydrate, protein, fat, polymer, vitamin, etc. These compounds are studied in the separate branch that is known as the organic chemistry. So in this chemistry we will basically study about the chemistry of carbon compound element. Okay, next one is physical chemistry. So the branch of chemistry offers a logical explanation to the various chemical phenomenon with the help of the various rules, hypothetical theories, rules and laws, and all psychochemical aspects of various energy changes involved in the chemical reactions are covered by this branch. Nuclear processes and spectroscopy are also studied in this branch of the chemistry, that is physical chemistry. Analytical chemistry, the branch of chemistry deals with the qualitative and quantitative analysis of solid, liquid and gaseous mixture. The branch, beside the conventional techniques, makes use very sophisticated modern techniques for this purpose. Okay. So in analytical chemistry we will discuss about the research work of solid, liquid and gaseous type. And the branches mentioned above are main branches of chemistry. Beside these, several other branches are also known. For example, biochemistry. So that this branch deals with the application of chemistry to biological system, means how chemistry involved in animal and plant body. Chemical physics, the branch which takes into account of study of the chemistry of physical system as a plasma, such as a plasma, is called chemical physics. Industrial chemistry, this branch deals with the industrial aspects of thermodynamic aspects of manufacture of metal and non-metals and their compound. Agricultural chemistry, so it deals with the chemical aspects of agriculture, for example development of seed, fertilizer, insecticides, pesticide, etc. are studied under the agricultural chemistry. And last one is the pharmaceutical chemistry, so the branch which is related to the drugs used for the prevention and cure of the various diseases, which are studied under the branch of chemistry that is known as the pharmaceutical chemistry. Okay, so these are the brief account for the chemistry and branches of chemistry discussed here. Okay, thank you. Have a